A new happy ending book, Tiggy and the Babysitter, written by Jane Carrot, illustrated by Tawny Hutchins. Tiggy and the Babysitter, by Jane Carrot, illustrated by Tawny Hutchins. Come and look at my new dollhouse before we have something to drink, Tiggy cried as soon as her best friend Tracy arrived one afternoon. It's super! I wish I had a dollhouse, sighed Tracy after she had admired it. I don't even have my favorite doll, Rosie. She is always being mended. And I don't have her tonight when Miss Pickles comes to babysit. What bad luck, Tiggy exclaimed. Miss Pickles doesn't even know any stories. She just sits and sits. After Tracy has gone home, Tiggy's mother rushed into the room and told Tiggy to clean up. But Tiggy just stared at her. What's the matter? Mommy asked. You look funny with that towel around your head, giggled Tiggy. Never mind how I look, Mommy said. If you don't put your dolls away, there won't be any place for Wanda to sit when she comes. When Tiggy heard that Wanda was the new babysitter Mommy had found for tonight, she stamped her foot and burst into tears. I don't want a dull old babysitter, she screamed. Then she stormed out of the room. Crash, bang, clatter, down went Daddy's tea tray as he caught in her arms. Oh dear, Daddy cried. What's all this? My little Tiggy is so upset. She is being very silly, said Mommy. Then let's find out all the fuss is about, said Daddy as he made Tiggy sit between them. Wanda is Miss Pickles' younger sister, said Mommy. She is here on vacation from the big city where she teaches. However, Tiggy didn't want to hear about Wanda. I'm sure she will be just awful, she muttered as she followed her mother upstairs. Mommy sat down in front of the mirror and began fixing her hair. Then Daddy came in. I think I'm bursting out of my new checkered shirt already, he groaned. Perhaps I should wear an old one. Nonsense, said Mommy. The mayor will expect you to look presentable. This is a very important meeting. We must stop that noisy factory from being built on our doorstep. Is that why you're going out? Asked Tiggy. After Mommy had explained all over again about the importance of the new meeting, Tiggy got into bed. Then the doorbell rang, and soon there was Daddy standing at the doorbell with Wanda. Tiggy stared. Wanda was pretty, really something. She had never seen anyone so neat and pretty. However, she wasn't going to show her surprise. She pulled the sheet over her face and pretended that she was falling asleep. Wanda chuckled softly and said, I know a story about a princess who couldn't stay awake. Tiggy won't be any trouble, said Mommy quickly. I'll show you where things are in the kitchen. Then we'll leave. We're very grateful that you could come at such short notice. Tiggy stayed very still until she heard the front door shut. Then she crept downstairs and into the kitchen. On the table was a basket of freshly washed sheets. Tiggy took the smallest and dropped it over her head. Wanda was too busy dancing to some music to notice her ghost visitor right away, and Tiggy was so surprised to find her babysitter dancing that she forgot to keep flapping her arms. Before Tiggy had time to think what a ghost should do next, Wanda screamed out loud, "Help, a ghost!" Then she fell over backwards. "Don't be scared," cried Tiggy. "It's only me. I'm not a real ghost, you know. I thought. You thought you'd like to scare your babysitter?" Wanda said cheerfully, pretending to recover. "Well, sort of," Tiggy admitted, beginning to feel ashamed. "I didn't know you would be dancing. You see, Miss Pickle just sits and sits. I bought my own records with me," said Wanda, "and some very special storybooks for you to look at just in case you couldn't sleep." Wanda helped Tiggy fold the sheet and put it back in the basket. Then she said, "Let's have some hot chocolate. After all, it's not every day a ghost comes to scare me." Soon they were sitting at the table and talking like old friends. Tiggy could not believe that anyone as young as Wanda could have seen so many strange sights or done so many interesting things. "Did you really bring some books?" she asked at last. "Of course I did," said Wanda. "Come and I'll show you. I used some of them in my class." "Miss Pickles doesn't know any good stories," Tiggy confided. After she saw all the lovely, exciting books Wanda had bought. "Well, she doesn't have much time for reading," exclaimed Wanda. "She has to work so hard. Now let's read the princess story together." Much sooner than she expected, Tiggy began to feel sleepy. She rubbed her eyes and yawned. Wanda finished the story, then she took Tiggy up to bed. I think you will sleep now," she smiled, "but I will stay with you until the Sandman comes to visit you." Then, very sweetly and softly, she began to sing Tiggy's favorite lullaby. The next morning, Tiggy could hardly wait to tell Mommy all about a new babysitter. "She was great," she cried. We read stories and she sang to me to sleep. "I just wish I hadn't." "What did you do you hadn't?" asked Mommy. "Nothing," said Tiggy. "It doesn't matter." Suddenly she knew for sure that Wanda would never talk about the little ghost that scared babysitter. And of course, Tiggy was right. The end.